Hi, I'm Emma, and I'm in the theater program here at Morristown High School, and I interviewed some of the freshmen from the theater program to see how their first year at the high school has been.
My name is Roman Santinello, and I went to Frelinghuysen Middle School.
My name is Hannah Snyder, and I went to Borough.
My name is Kevin Clark, and I went to Frelinghuysen Middle School.
My name is Stephanie Morgan, and I went to Frelinghuysen Middle School.
How has your experience been at the high school so far?
It's been good. I mean, it wasn't really an experience because of COVID kind of just shutting everything down, so I know I'm being deprived of something, but I don't really know what that is yet.
It's been pretty good. The high school is a lot bigger than what I'm used to, so getting lost is pretty frequent.
It's been a little different from normal. I mean, we've definitely had some ups and downs because there's been the virtual weeks and the normal weeks, but it's all in all, it's been good. It's better than last year because last year we didn't really have normal, well, not normal, but we didn't really have in-person school, but this year at least we get some.
It's been pretty good. Yeah, it's definitely different.
How do you think this year could have gone better?
Basically just more people being here, so I'd be more prepared for sophomore year. But other than that, it's been okay.
I think it's gone pretty well for the circumstances, because I didn't expect to be in person at all. So I think it's pretty good for what we have.
Well, I think it's going as best as it really can, but maybe if better, I don't know.
Have you participated in any sports or after-school activities, and if so, what?
I was in fencing club a couple months ago. It's nice. And theater.
I did mock trial for the first half of the year, drama, and theater.
I have participated in the marching band, the jazz band, and the play and the musical.
I've been in the marching band, I've been in the drama, and I've been in the musical.
How have these activities worked?
They've been pretty good. It's basically like they would any other year, at least I assume. It's just mask on and COVID protocols.
Drama and mock trial are both virtual, and theater's been in person.
Marching band has been in person because it's kind of hard to do marching band online. Jazz band's been all online. It's a little nice because it's I have activities after, so I can get there quicker. And then the play was online, but the musical we're starting to get in person, and that's nice.
Marching band was in person, but spread out on the field. The drama was all virtual for me, and the musical is mostly in person.
Is this better or worse than a regular school year?
Well, I mean, any year that's better than middle school, so.
I'd say it's probably been worse because we're virtual half the time, but I also feel that's sometimes better because I get more sleep.
In some aspects it's better, in some aspects it's worse, because I feel with the virtual days I feel more relaxed and I'm at home, so then I don't really get as much work done, but I could be getting work done if I'm in person. But then it's it's also good that we have these virtual days, because say I need to go to the doctor, I don't need to leave the classroom. I can stay on the meet on my phone and then go to the doctor's office. Say it's a gym meet that goes quick, so then it's good.
I'd say it's worse because I have to stay 6 feet apart from my friends at all times. And it's a lot harder to talk to people and have conversations when you're so distanced. And I feel the social aspect of school is very important. But besides that, it's not that bad.
All the students at MHS are very excited to come back next year. Thank you for watching.
It's pretty safe to say that everyone has binge-watched at least one show since the start of quarantine, so today I'm going to be asking my friends about a show they've watched and to give a summary of it without giving away the plot. So the first question is, what is the show that you have recently binge-watched?
A show I've recently binge-watched is Outer Banks.
A show that I have recently binge-watched is Glee.
Without giving away the plot, could you give a summary of the show?
The basic summary of the show is a group of teenagers come together to investigate the main character's father's death, and they try to find boat full of treasure that his father was after.
Glee is a comedy show about a group of students who join a singing club.
What rating would you give the show out of 10?
And I'll give the show an 8 out of 10.
I would give the show an 8 out of 10.
So a show that I have recently binge watched is Adventure Time, which is a cartoon about a boy and his dog who could change shape and size. And I would give it a 10 out of 10. Well, that is all. Thank you for watching.
Hey, this is Sports Trivia with Nate Babcock for Colonial Corner, and let's get into the first question. Who was the leader for points per game last year in the NBA at 34.3? A. Bradley Beal, B. Stephen Curry, C. James Harden, or D. LeBron James? Let's see what the contestant said for question 1.
I'm gonna go with, I think it's C, James Harden.
James Harden.
Who had the most home runs in the MLB last year? A. Ronald Acuna Jr., B. Fernando Tatis Jr., C. Mike Trout, or D. Luke Voigt? Let's see what the contestant said for question 2.
I'm gonna just go with C, Mike Trout.
I know it's not Luke Voigt. I'm a Yankees fan, but I'm gonna say Mike Trout, I think.
It was Luke Voigt.
It was Luke Voigt? What?
Question 3. Who has the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft? A. The Jaguars, B. The Jets, C. The Giants, or D. The Browns? Let's see what the contestant said for question 3.
I think it's the Jaguars.
What's the second one?
The Jets.
The Jets.
You just think it's the Jets?
Yeah.
It's the Jaguars.
Jaguars?
Question 4. Who was drafted to the Dallas Wings with the first overall pick in the 2021 WNBA draft? A. Paige Beckers, B. Asia Wilson, C. Charlie Collier, or D. Arike Ogunbowale? Let's see what the contestants said for question 4.
I think it's B.
I have to say Enrique. Not Enrique. What was the last one?
Arike Ogunbowale.
Yeah, that one.
Motion Picture Arts and Sciences 25th Annual Academy Awards.
The Academy Awards, or the Oscars, are awards for the artistic and technical merit in the film industry, presented by the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences. They are regarded as the most famous and prestigious awards in the entertainment industry around the world. The first ever Oscars premiered on May 16, 1929, with an audience of about 270 people. But by the 92nd ceremony, the Oscars raked in close to 24 million viewers. This heavily anticipated event is always a fun night of film, fashion, and fame. It is almost always a live televised ceremony, commonly held in late February or early March, depending, and for the past 18 years, the Oscars have been held at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles, California. Although, just like every other popular awards event, the Oscars have had to make many changes to their usual show to conform to the restrictions of the pandemic. Some of the major changes for 2021 are that the show was actually postponed. While it was originally slated for February 28, 2021, it was recently rescheduled for April 25th. The eligibility window for qualifying films was also extended from December 31st, 2020 to February 28th, 2021. And films won't require a theatrical one to be qualified, meaning films solely released on a streaming service are allowed, and films that had previously planned on a theatrical release but were initially made available on commercial streaming services may also qualify. The sound mixing and sound editing categories had been combined into one category for the ceremonies to follow. And for the third year in a row, there will be no prominent single host for the ceremony, with each award being presented by various talents. The show will be completely in person. Producers for this year's ceremony sent a letter to nominees stating that all who wish to attend must attend in person, and no virtual options will be provided. This is very different from the other award shows during the pandemic, like the Golden Globes, SAG Awards, Grammys, which all featured in-person and virtual attendees. As for COVID safety, producers stated they will be treating the event as an active movie set, with specially designed testing cadences to ensure up-to-the-minute results, including an on-site COVID safety team with PCR testing capability. And to allow for maximum social distancing, it will be filmed at the Union Station in downtown Los Angeles, with additional elements taking place at the show's traditional venue, the Dolby Theater in Hollywood. Some nomination firsts for 2021 are that all the directors that are nominated this year are all new to the Oscars, and David Fincher is the only previously nominated director. This is also the first time two women have been nominated for Best Director, including Chloe Zhao and Emerald Fennell, Zhao being also the first woman of color to ever be nominated for Best Director. A record of 9 actors of color have been nominated this year, including Steven Yeun, who's the first Asian American to be nominated for Best Actor, and Riz Ahmed, who is the first person of Pakistani descent to be nominated in any acting category. This is also the first time a person of color has received a posthumous nomination. Chadwick Boseman, who died on August 28, 2020, is the 7th performer ever to receive a nomination after their death. Now, after the show premiered on Sunday, April 25th, there were some big wins and big surprises this year. Nomadland swept the Oscars by winning Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actress, taking home some of the biggest awards of the night. Chloe Zhao won for Best Director, making her the second woman ever to receive this award and the first woman of color. And the Supporting Actress award went to Yoon Jung-un for her role in Minari, as she is the first Korean performer to win an acting Oscar and only the second Asian woman. In other firsts, Mia Neal and Jamaica Wilson became the first Black women to win the Makeup and Hairstyling Oscar for their work on Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. And the biggest surprise and snub of the night was when Anthony Hopkins won Best Actor for his film The Father, which was not anticipated at all considering the late Chadwick Boseman had been a fan and critic favorite since his film Ma Rainey's Black Bottom came out on Netflix in November. The Best Picture nominees this year are The Father, which you can rent on Amazon Prime, Judas and the Black Messiah, which you can rent on YouTube, Mank, which is available on Netflix, Minari, which is available on YouTube, Nomadland, which is available on Hulu, Promising Young Woman, which you can rent on YouTube, Sound of Metal, which is available on Amazon Prime, and The Trial of Chicago 7, which is available on Netflix. As you can see, this year's Academy Awards have undergone lots of changes to fit into the new way of entertainment in 2021. The Academy tried their best to make this year a safe and inclusive ceremony. And it was very different from past years, with some other big changes being that the Best Picture category was not in its historic final slot, but simply just one of the final awards given out. The show was also solely shot at the Union Station in Los Angeles, and producers integrated live camera feeds from more than 20 locations around the world to comply with coronavirus safety restrictions, with seemingly no internet connection issues.